But before that, let me get a word in from Sandeep Chaupla. He's a partner at PricewaterhouseCoopers PwC and heads the Direct Tax Council of Assocham. So now explain that, Mr. Chaupla, in terms of the impact that you think it will have. The likes of, Mr. Kedia was a markets expert saying it's too small to actually stimulate a $4 trillion economy.
I think, Rahul, one of the asks of middle class was that given the fact that inflation has been rising, given the fact that the consumption had been going down, and the middle class really was asking for respite in terms of moderation of the slab rates and reduction of the tax rates. So that has been done. And therefore, as the Honorable Finance Minister announced, that up to income levels till about 12 lakhs, there will not be any tax, of course. That needs to be understood and analyzed. So basic thing is that whatever was the tax outgo for the last year, compared to that, what she's proposed, there is a significant relief. And in addition, there are other reliefs also for the individual taxpayers in terms of, if you have up to 2 self-occupied house properties, then the annual value will be nil. Now, whether it will have an impact on the economy, to my mind, putting more money into the pocket of the middle class does result in some way, may not be entirely, but in some way or fashion, it does result into spending. And that would have naturally have a positive impact on the demand side, and therefore the consumption will rise. Now, whether it will have an impact on the stock market at this point in time doesn't seem so.
The Finance Minister spoke of reducing cesses and surcharges to 1. Does that apply also to direct income tax? Have you been going through the fine print? What have you picked up through the fine print of the finance bill over and beyond what we heard in the finance speech, in the finance minister's budget?
So the cesses, Rahul, though it's in the fine print, I have not gone through that yet. But my sense, hearing the Honorable Finance Minister, the cess reduction, etc., was more in the context of some custom rates. And for the income tax, wherever the surcharge is applicable, it will remain. I didn't hear anything on any surcharge or cess rationalization or moderation so far as the individual tax rate is concerned. But of course, one needs to go through the fine print to see that what the impact is.
So a very simple question. I'm earning 1 lakh a month. 12 lakhs a month is my salary. 12 lakhs a year is my salary. How much tax do I have to pay? None at all?
Well, there would be some tax because there are slab rates which have been announced. But compared to the last year,
so 10%.
Your tax outgo would be less by 80,000 rupees. That's what the broad calculation is.
So the broad calculation is at 12 lakhs.
Salary, what you would pay.
In the new regime, there will be no tax, so I pay 10%.
No, you will pay tax. You will pay tax. What she basically meant was that compared to last year, to 4 lakhs, no tax, and 4 to 8 lakhs, there is 5%, etc. Now, if you are earning 12 lakh rupees, then compared to the last year, where you would have paid taxes, your tax outgo would be less by 80,000 rupees.
Okay. So R. Mukundan of Tata Chemicals now joins us, Managing Director and Chief Executive. Thank you very much, Mr. Chaupla, for joining us. Mr. Mukundan, the Finance Minister spoke a lot about deregulation, reducing compliance burden, trust.